is Vero's Rogue Report. I'm going to try and control my voice. And Jesus, chilling up. Because I'm always met with, "You're too loud." Turn here. So, let's do this. I'm noticing more and more that people are not thinking for themselves. Let's look at how this affects an entire world. So, the world is going down, maybe because people's thoughts are not elevated, which is what God continues to tell us. What does elevation look like? Basically, thinking on levels or on thoughts that cause growth, that encourages protection of all people, fairness on every level, generosity, things that are godly. Those are elevations. It is hard to elevate when you have the heaviness of thoughts that tell you that it's okay to exclude people for no reason, to bondage people, hinder people. These are all heavy negative energies, and it takes a lot of energy. It's unnecessary. It's egregious. There's no reason to even put all that pressure on prisoners or people that actually cause problems to society. But then there's a time where you have to look into that. What was happening to that person that we don't see because we're not there, that caused them to do what they did? Was it some influence of negativity and heaviness that was trying to hold that person and they couldn't see beyond that? Or made a choice that threw them into another choice that achieved the purpose that some sadistic nut job had? Oh, we have a quota for this many people to be locked up in a psych ward or locked up in prison or taken to this island or used for this purpose, used for that purpose. And is God pleased? Now, we're not even going to talk about God in the sense of a religion. We're talking about regular old sanity. The thoughts that you find in this book is not written by man. Could not be. Absolutely not. I don't care what you say. There's too much sanity. There's too much salvation. And again, we're not putting religious spins on this. When you say there's too much sanity, no one that's crazy or human would encourage you to love your enemy or even use that in a twisted way where it says, oh, I can treat you how I want. I'm your enemy. You have to love me. That's a sick person right there. So you know that the Bible doesn't encourage this sickness. It encourages you to literally understand that people literally have mental issues that are resolvable through Christ. And it's a mindset. But if they're not willing to apply or consider or learn of these principles, these things that save your life, my life, and they see it as just some book somebody wrote, somebody's cousin, uncle, nephew, the KKK, whoever, then it's not effective. to that person, that individual, which is why you have all this chaos outside and around the world. So, what does sanity look like? Someone that's sane. Is that what the question should be? No, I don't think that's the path we're trying to reach, but that is a good question. Um, I'm getting at the point that back in the day and even today, because it hasn't stopped, there's a group of people that literally, out of the psych ward parts of their butthole, I have to be honest, it doesn't matter race, nationality, money levels, none of that matters when you're told that it's okay to harm another human. By law, by self-righteousness, whatever unintelligible force that told you that it's okay to harm another, treat them poorly, look at them crazy, act like they're a piece of trouble. And the world listens. That's crazy. That all of these people cannot think for themselves like little kids and forced society to be in this bondage where we're still suffering, all nationalities. There are people that have red hair. They cannot wear the red hair because their country, their families were targeted for their red hair. So they have to dye their hair religiously in the peace and quiet of a small corner in the world. And then they can come outside and play. There are people that have blue eyes in parts of the world and they can't wear them because there's people seeking blue eyes or very hateful and resentful to people with blue eyes. Now, I don't know why. Maybe there was a big group of people that were raping people. Doesn't matter nationality. And so when people see those eyes, they figure devil. And then you have the nerve to get that because maybe you were not necessarily at the beginning of this decision. But the people that actually remember seeing their loved ones being beheaded because people felt like blue eyes were of the devil. And maybe it was because of incest. Blue is not necessarily an eye color, and I'm not trying to knock anybody with blue eyes. I'm not God. I absolutely am not. I love everybody. But there are absolutely people that do very insane, heinous things, and they happen to have blue eyes. And they're mad if you say, hey, you took my toe. How dare you tell people I took your toe? Now we're going to take your life. Yeah, that's crazy. That's totally insane. Hey, you robbed me of my life and my freedom, and I need to tell others. Well, how dare you call me out and call me a blue-eyed devil, and I stole your family and your livelihood and threatened your freedom by putting you in situations that were harmful to you. How dare you tell people that I'm a devil? See, stuff like that. And so there's a group of people in the world that literally vigilante feel like, yeah, we good taking these out. Anybody with blue eyes. But, the law said you shouldn't do that. But people that recall people that are so heinous and evil and inhumane and out of touch with reality and just do whatever the frick they want because of cotton and linen, which is God. They feel they have the God factor right to do this heinous stuff. So there's people in the world that feel that. Then you have people in the world that simply have names that they did not decide on, such as Jewish names. Now, I'm a bit confused at this conflict, and I'm not even going to dig into it because the Jewish name, which is all combined into some out of ignorance and not understanding the situation, a clusterfuck of religion, identity, politics, their own sovereignty, their own world, Jewish. Okay. Now, I don't know anything about the actual people that came from the country or that identity or that religion, however they identify. Um, Hello, everybody. Good morning. But my thing is, they're under scrutiny. Why? Why are people wanting to kill the Jews? But then you hear they own everything. Conflict. If they own everything, why are there people still struggling and they're on the commercials? I'm not judging. I'm curious. I don't know. I'm not going to dig into it. I think there's bigger things we need to worry about. But there are people in the world that don't like Jewish people. So a lot of those people escaped their countries at different times in history. I'm not going into, well, 1940. Yeah, no, there was a time in history where these people are still yet under some type of scrutiny, but they're saying they're owning all of this over here that doesn't belong to anybody. It's amazing. It's amazing. God owns everything. He owns us, the air, the airwaves, the internet, ethernet, net, everything. And people are still, mine, like spoiled kids. And this is why you have people that don't mind doing heinous things. Because somewhere in history, I don't care the nationality, someone was heinous. There was a group always somewhere in the timeline of each of our lives, whether we were here or not. Okay, if it was the 900s, BC, AD. Now we have a new one, I think, guys. Thought about it. Okay, so we have before Christ. We have after the death of Christ, AD. And now we're going to have after the return of Christ. Listen, I don't freaking know. I won't be here most likely. But then I may be. But my point is, there's always a part of history where people experienced something and it was heinous and they resent the looks of those individuals. Now, it's a whole nother thing when people have decided that someone's going to be their victim and the entire universe goes along with this foolishness and the narrative that these people paint. A whole nation of people that are adults just like everyone else decided, no, in our world that you dwell in, nuts, say it, crazy. No, you're not an adult. We're going to treat you like children. And if you have the audacity and the brain and wherewithal to think for yourself and say, no, I was never a slave. You don't get to be this crazy this year or this lifetime. Oh, no, yeah, we're going to control you because we're crazy. Yeah, we're going to manage your life and cause you a lot of harm and hurt to you and your family and anyone that looks like you because we're what? Nuts. And we're going to convince the entire world that you're nuts when it's really us. Like you're just a fixture, furniture. Are you stupid? Okay, so here's my point. All of these people that don't think for themselves and go along with this narrative. Is that what I'm trying to say? They're not thinking. How does an entire world give permission to a bunch of psych ward patients trying to represent another group that they know nothing of? Don't care to. And the entire world listens. The entire world is like bullies. It's insane that all of these groups of people are so dumb that they don't think for themselves. Someone, as a big bully, came out and said, hey, we can treat those people like animals and like our shoes and our coats and our furniture, and we can treat them like objects. And the whole world looks and says, okay, are you dumb? That is the most insane thing that no one thinks for themselves. Now, according to history, the history that God is showing me, it flips where the entire world starts to say, no, it's not that group. They're not eating anyone. They're not stealing anything. They're not killing kids. They're not doing these heinous things on this level. Like, they don't have the money. They don't have the power to do these things on large scales. So, thinking for ourselves, we need to look back at the people that's telling us to look at those people as furniture and as monsters and as gruesome people. And if we take a deeper dive, we'll see why they're committing crimes. It's because they're suppressed. Wait, aren't they doing that to other countries? They're trying to bully all of us and control how we think. And let us think for ourselves. Let's look back here. What are we benefiting in the long run by listening to these jokers? Power. What is that when we're still hungry? When we're still struggling? When we're still losing our kids to this foolishness and it's not being on the headlines? All of the things that we go through, watching our wives get into situations where we have all this power, but we still can't feed our kids. Well, we have to keep doing deals behind the scene to keep up the Truman Show and watch people and stalk them, which is tiresome because we want to be home with our wives, but now our wives are cheating and leaving and dying early because we weren't there to protect them because we're out here protecting this agenda. What does it look like when we're trying to feed our kids, but when we're supposed to make $75,000, we're only making $30,000, and we can only make it with that. Make up the difference is by when we agree to these egregious, forced into contracts that causes us to travel, stay away from home, work super long, ridiculous hours, and we still never make the money. And the money that we get is illegal because it's under the table in some type of contract, instead of the $40,000 extra we're supposed to get by law. Let's not talk about when we're attacked or targeted because we know too much. And no one talks about that because we die or get into situations before we can get out. Let's not talk about that because we don't live to tell those stories, do we? We don't live inside of the machine and tell our stories before we die. And our wives don't get to tell it because it was what? NDA'd. That we have to play these games with other people's lives, risk our own, be on these hit lists of other people that know what we did, because at some point we are accessories, we are witnesses, we are accomplices. Is that the word? Accomplices to crimes of humanity. But we walk around with our chests out, blue eyes, green eyes, whatever. Some people that look different from us, they're in it too. And we want all this honor when things happen to us. We want all these accolades for our families when we pass. Oh, what an honorable man. When we were out here helping people stalk, kill, maim, break up families, harm, hurt, damage people's property. And go, oh, well, society said we could be this crazy. Look at my blue eyes. Don't they look startling, dangerous? See, I don't blink. You should be scared of me. Oh, no, I don't have fear. No, there's no reason, is it? I know you're joking. No, ma'am. Pow. Now that person's gone. What does the police report say? I was threatened. I felt like my life was at risk. And so I took action. Okay. And society says, ding, 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 you get a pass, right? Now, we're not knocking anybody. But why don't anybody think for themselves? Why is this a conglomerate movement of foolishness? Because chickens, when history flips and the entire universe switches and they see the peace in these other people and the chaos that the entire universe caused for others, then you'll be treated like furniture. Now, I'm not hoping that. I'll be the main one to say, stand down, be nice. We're all on the same planet, cousins. We're on the same planet as Elvis, as Michael. We're all related, actually. We should be nice to one another. Because in the strangest events, things switch. Powers change. Hands are loosened from power. Sometimes people are forced out of situations and positions. And the people that everybody was saying, watch them, watch them, watch them. The light flashes off of them and onto these cannibalistic crazy people that go around telling entire groups, you gotta watch them, they're dangerous. But there's no real evidence. Despite all of the situations that people were put in that were glamorized on screens. In reality, people are starting to see that there is another group that's actually behind all of the puppeteering of this other group that's causing. Again, if you are not allowing, because you have this sadistic little control issue, fathers to have money to take care of their families, and then they find creative ways to make money that are not conducive to your liking, but for your entertainment. Now you get him with a record or a reputation where people don't want to hire. They don't want to be bothered. They feel that's a risk, or that, yeah, he's a problem. So he can't take care of his family. And again, he's finding creative ways, but you're going, you're cheating. You have to go to jail. But you're the person that put them into that. Right now, I can apply for several jobs and they'll turn me away because there are people assigned to my business for no reason, except they want my kids to eat. Or body parts because they're weird. Or just having fun, some silly, mentally ill woman that's somewhere God is dealing with to be any nationality. It's not about race here. It's about thinking for yourself. Someone told people it's okay to treat that person any kind of way because their father may be wealthy and we want their stuff, or their children are very abundant in things and so is the mom, but we can't get the mom, so we'll get the kids. Oh no, the kids don't have the same whatever. So we'll just harass them. We can't really get them a hard time. Keep them impoverished. Keep putting people around them to mess up their hair and skin. Poisoning food. If they drink the water, we put something in their water well so that it'll make them sick or be disgusting. We'll keep opening their locks because we study every step they make so we know how they get in and out. And we can pinpoint everything, all their codes and keys, and just keep going into their stuff being weird. And we'll tamper with their car. We won't kill them, but just keep having them spend money. We'll keep making them move. We'll keep buying their buildings. Does that sound sane? Men that come in, we'll send them in or we'll pay them. So if they are liking this lady or her family, they'll always turn on her. And maybe she'll feel bad because we're what? Sadistically nuts. We don't think for ourselves. Because if someone was to do that to you, knowing what you did to someone else, if someone was to flip the roles, which is what's about to happen, and so y'all thinking about little community bullies, the little man you married or dated a few years ago, this is the story they're telling. Remember, these are the master manipulators. They have all that cotton God is, and God is watching the whole thing, taking notes. That's called the Lamb's Book of Life. And all the spending of the cotton and linen, all the spending of all of God's source, we call resource as we use it. We're supposed to And people are just having so much fun playing on the internet, which is God. The air, waves, that's God. So all these people playing on these waves, trying to play God, trying to block you making money like everybody else, trying to block you from communicating with others, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to block you, playing with your numbers. Doesn't matter if it's people that own the app or people that are hacking the app in the background. God is keeping account. And when he flips things, don't be surprised. Now, people are thinking, once again, they're trying to play it like it's a little global, a little community thing. People that you've interacted with, people you've met before, people in your family. This is a global ghettoism. People that don't think for themselves. They're listening to evil spirits. They're listening to others that don't have brains or hearts. And God is not pleased. God is the air that we breathe. He is the activities in your limbs. The blood that flows is God. The veins, the pus, everything in your body, God made it. He made you, your parents. We didn't make ourselves. I don't know why people feel they can control someone else. Are you stupid? Leave people alone on the internet, in real life, in their finances, in their family, in their effing. Stay out of people's business. Now, for those that don't understand this, this is global. Okay? This is not no ghetto hood stuff. Don't listen. This is playing out in government and everything. Now, people can define things the way they want. I heard somebody say government. That means control. Mint means programming. All that mind control. This, that. It could be. But God created all of this. So people can dumb it down to demonic activity if they like. Actually, treating these systems that God created, law enforcement for righteousness, the justice system for righteousness, the government for righteousness. All of this stuff was created for righteousness. It was not to control people's minds. See, that's what people learn. That is not who God is. That's what people create. That is not who God is. That is not God's agenda. And you ain't got to believe in God. But the air you breathe is God. Now, if you don't believe in God, then stop breathing. Don't suck up his air. Now, some of y'all not going to figure that out, so God will just take it. Now, for those that think, well, we'll just take your air. We'll be back, stupid. What do you think eternal life means? Oh, we'll believe in it. Good. We don't have to worry about you next time. You won't be here. Thank you. Now, you're welcome. We're inviting you to switch your mind and leave folks alone and mind your own business. I know it's a challenge. People are consulting other humans. What should I do? I've made such a mess. How about stop being a bully? This is not an individual thing. That's why you need to stop responding like a child. This is global. This is not about you or just me. There are multitudes of people that are affected by this foolishness. It's immature, it's ignorant. And again, if people are not thinking for themselves, they'll find themselves on that side of history in those books with their names listed under crazy that will continue to behave like insane children in adult bodies. It is never okay, and I don't know who told y'all it is, and you go with that, to harm others. It is never okay to stalk another person for no reason. And that includes creating lies to do that. It is never okay to kill people for no reason, including law enforcement. Who told you children in adult bodies and costumes that it was okay to play adult and harm folks? Oh, well, they said we could. So, I'm just feeling like someone's going to authorize a new group to flip the script, and they will be licensed, deputized, anointed and appointed to take out the monsters. Now, this ain't going to be no big battle because some people have already deemed themselves crazy for centuries. This ain't about race. It's about humanity. And some people have been committing crimes for a long time thinking, and what you going to do about it? We got all the cotton. God is about to take his cotton back. I keep telling you that. And I love everybody, but you've abused your power. So history's flipping, and it's not a dolphin. It's not doing flips for entertainment. It could be entertaining, but it's flipping. It ain't about race. It's about humanity. And this is what people miss. Politics, 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 distraction. It was a third wheel that decided, hey, we're all juvenile and immature. Let's create a group that doesn't obey the law. Yeah, let's join in. Yeah, we're privileged. We don't have to obey the law. We just do what we want. We have our own government, our own society. We'll do what we want to any and everybody. And no one's going to say anything because we're the ones doing it. And God said, wrong answer. He's not even saying try again. Society says, we're going to think for ourselves and kind of figure, yeah, that's me. We got all these people walking around saying bad things to each other, doing bad things to each other. We're paying people to be mean. We're telling people they can have other people's freedoms. Who are we? Insane. Say it. Say it with me. Insane. And people going along with it, even crazier. Bullies. Children in adult bodies doing stupid stuff. You need a caregiver. We got you. Yeah. So you're going down in history again as dunce hats. Yeah. You can shape it, call it what you want. It's a dunce hat. You're repeating yourself. You have to repeat the lesson because you didn't get it the first couple of times. Do not eat people. Don't steal people. Don't kill people. Don't destroy people. We're going to do it anyway. Who are you to tell us not to hurt you? We're going to do it. Okay, so you're still going to be on the dumb side of history. Got it. The crazy people side. And then act like the world loves us. No, they just don't think for themselves. Yeah. But again, time for the flip. Happy coping. I think I should leave it there. I'm not in control of anybody. I'm not trying to be. I didn't even try to control my children because I understood they have a right to have me guide them and talk to them and coach them and raise them and, discipline them the right way, and listen to their opinions and their thoughts and their things. And I did. And they thought I was ignoring them or that I wasn't saying enough or I wasn't available. I was listening to them the whole time. But what I noticed is, and that's crazy, I thought about it today. I'm talking about all these people out here that do rat chat stuff. They just relate to each other. It's not bad. Maybe I just felt excluded. Rat chat. I'm being childish? Probably. But my point is, maybe they're not saying anything that interests me or anybody, just each other. Or maybe they're just coping and getting along and considering each other family. And they don't consider me family. So to me, that's rat chat. It's not important because they're not including me. So I don't know what they're talking about. So apparently it's not important. See, it's childish. But my point is, I noticed my kids started doing that. I'm going to say it was the environment because I was surrounded by people that society told that they can do heinous things to others. It's not about race. It's about humanity. And those people did a lot of damaging to this very moment things. Well, no, they're cool right now. Nobody burned my arms or maybe my knee a little. But either way, ear hustling, always cameras and things watching me, whether it's my phone or an outlet or a stupid camera. People do watch. How do I know? Whenever I lay down and mind my business, like the normal humans on this nasty couch. There's this hi everybody, that emoji with the ding ding, they blocked it. What are you saying, sir? I don't know what those things mean. I'm slow. What do you be? What do you? Somebody said something about booty. Booty, please. That's funny. Oh, peach. Y'all, that's funny. Oh, you like my voice? Okay, I forgot. My voice is alluring. That's why people try and destroy it. It carries a certain vibration, like it's childish. It's like a kid, but it has a maturity. And I think men like that. I don't get it. Listen, I get that all the time. Hey, your voice is turning me on. Oh, you seem very, Okay. That's funny. Okay. So, especially this time of day and night, I get it. I get it. It's dark outside and someone's talking low in a whisper by force. Yeah. Can be attractive. Right. I get it. Pay me. Now, I have Cash App. I have, no, Chime, email, phone numbers. So my point is, we have to think for ourselves. If someone tells you it's okay to harm another person, you may go, okay, thank you. But why the frick would you do that? Because remember, the same people that told you it was okay, now you're probably going to be in that same box with them when you find out it's not. A very rude awakening could be accompanying that knowledge. Everybody that was on a certain list or in a certain group or affiliated with a certain whatever, you could very well find yourself. I don't even want to talk about it. Again, this is global. This is not no little hood stuff that people are talking about. They're dumbing it down. Because what? People want to hide. So they set up all these scenarios in the community that gets all the spotlight when it's a freaking global issue that's being played out on the same caliber. Where people, and they're not even high, we're on the same freaking planet. Illusions. People that have these mental and emotional issues where every time somebody say things or look a certain way or whatever, they feel like they need to attack. That's childish. So point is, they're going to find themselves. No, they're not going to find themselves. It's going to be something else I'm picking up. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't feel like it. But if you were part of a certain group that hate on other groups and you made other people feel like, oh yeah, you can treat them any kind of way. Oh yeah, it's okay. Just yeah, there's a day of reckoning. And if you were a part of that, you're being kicked out of school too. Yeah, you're gonna be expelled from. You don't even see my face. Does anybody ever hear me twerking? What? Are you okay? Yeah, no, that's that voice this time of day. Listen, I charge people for that type of entertainment, so feel free. I don't mind speaking for money. I'm not going to say anything vulgar, most likely, but if you're going to watch this and get excited, you might as well pay me, honey. I don't mind entertaining your ears. Listen, so whenever, and people stealing. Oh, somebody left her trillions of dollars. And it's tied to Israel and Iran and this and that, and we're hiding what the real issue is. Well, she doesn't need to know. The world doesn't need to know. See, she'll probably never find out. No one else will know that a wealthy person had ties with other countries and other states and systems, and they actually pretty much own stuff because of their stocks and bonds and their things, and she'll never know. She's a peasant. And somebody saying, it is high time, you bums living off of other people's stuff. I don't know what country or state this is. I'm just saying. People need to think for themselves. Oh, we can still and kill the black people or the kids or the Irish people or the whoever people. I only know the word black, and that's not even a title. It's just ignorance. It's common. We grew up with it. We know we're not black. Okay. People still use it. We don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you call yourself Glim, okay, as a color. Make a new color. I don't care. Okay, number one. I love you for being my top fan. There are other venues of contact that you can use to entertain yourself with this daddy conversation we're having. Because I'm talking now about humanity. So I don't have time to twerk for you or to do anything for Papa because they're holding your messages for review. That's funny. You are hilarious. Oh, you putting that little kitty cat and cucumber and peach thing in here. That's so funny, sir. You are so hilarious. I'm serious. Oh my God. And they're saying the moderators are handling stuff. I can't even read the messages. That is so funny. Sir, don't get banned on YouTube talking crazy, okay? Because they already be getting me. Now, think for yourselves. Like I said, you got all these. Okay, so in the 90s, a lot of the Mexican people, from my observation, were working in the coal mines. I don't know where that's at in Illinois. You know, where they go in the mines and pull out things of God, things within the earth. I heard that the mountains could be petrified trees from times past. Bite me. So digging for all of that stuff, coal and all of that, and it's hard and it could fall and break. If it's a tree and it's petrified, how can you make that better? Now, my common sense says, since y'all like drilling-ish, why don't you, I guess it's difficult, but find ways to, because see, that's the thing. These things carry a lot of weight because they're heavy. And going inside, it could crumble and you won't know when people get stuck. And then you see those midnight lights where they're trying to shine light on dust and stuff crumbling and people scared they're just going to fall in on them. Let's see, let me think. Think of it as a freaking tree. Think of it as a tree. And if it is like a stump where it's smooth or sharp at some point, oh, this is the tallest mountain in the world. What if it's a tree from times past and the weather formed it? My number's on my page, sir. Okay. Not that I will entertain this foolishness. You are funny. Good one. Yeah, it's on my page. In my description, I believe, somewhere. I can't respond like the others. They won't update my page where I can chat back with you guys. I can only respond to you. Like some people, I think they can put it in the chat if they want something or pin something. I don't think I can do that, or I don't take time to figure it out. but I don't have those luxuries. Oh, maybe that's because I have enough subscribers. But if you subscribe, make sure you continue to check back and subscribe again if you guys are unsubscribed. Because I think I have a little pickaninny, is it? I don't know what that is. It just came to mind. That goes into my account and remove people, or if somebody's playing on the account because they're children. People subscribe and then somebody goes, unsubscribe, 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 whatever. If you like to donate to the channel, feel free, guys. But we have to start thinking for ourselves because, again, if you're joining groups of people that are disrespectful, hateful, murderous to others, I believe this is, we're at some point in time where this is flipping because people are over it. People are over the little Halloween game of people getting shot. And people need to be scared and running. You be scared and running. You're the criminal. You're the one running around doing heinous things, messing with innocent folks, trying to make them homeless and hungry and sad and lonely. Right now, this man chatted in my chat. I don't know if he's trying to be a distraction for them or anything, because my number's listed. If he really wanted to talk to me, if I'm so sexy, he would have been scammed my profile and got my number and been calling me and texting me going, hey, I have your email and your text message. Your phone. I'm going to call you and I want to talk to you. Nope, they just sit online and play with me like a distraction. They're never going to find the phone number. They're never going to email me and say, hey, I'm really interested in you. And I really would like for us to have a session, sexually. Never that. Just online playing. That's childish. Why are you wasting your time and energy? See, somebody probably paid this person. They'll never get off the internet and actually talk to me. Now, so, yeah. It's coming to the point where people see that this is sick. This is a sick thing, unfortunately. And it's got to stop. So there's that rumble in my butt. Just going to have no pizza. But you got to think for yourself. I don't care if Jesus came down here and said, this is a season to hurt people. What? I have to think that is not Jesus. That could not be my Jesus. Now, will there be a time where people can actually stand up and let people know it's your last rodeo of hurting and harming people? The entire groups of folks that think that's okay to disrespect groups of people. Your time is up. Okay, it's not a threat. It's not a warning. It's not a word of caution. It is the universe. I'm not in control of any of that. People say what they want to say. I say what I want to say. It's going to always be like that. I'm not against anybody. I'm not for anybody. I'm for righteousness and humanity. And that's just right and fair. I was thinking earlier how sometimes people want to be on the right side of history. But as someone said, the forces that be always want to dictate when there's a righteous act and make it indignant. Is that the word? They always want to pervert people's good actions and good deeds of wanting to be the good guy, the person that corrects the wrongs. Oh, no. This is not the time. You can't do right. We can't make this fair because then we'll be in poverty because we're the thieves, right? And if you correct it, then we'll all be homeless and hungry. And then I have a good feeling that society is about to do that. They're about to snatch all that, what is it? Truman Show money. They're about to snatch all that hunch money. They're about to snatch all that thug money. all the mob money, mafia money, all the monster money, the Halloween hunch you down money, all these people with all these things that they've created on God's good green earth that are torture for any one group, any children, women, whatever. Black, white, Mexican. There's no such thing as black and white. Let's make that clear. We're nations. But whatever groups that have been victimized will now be cute little fuzzy bunny rabbits with the gun. Oh, with all that said, I'm not excited. It ain't got to be no showdown. They can be very subtle. Escorting people out of mansions, closing down bank accounts, putting people in jail. People that don't go to jail, you're literally going to be outside like the other people. And people will drive by and wondering why you look like you're selling drugs or alcohol or something, doing crime. That will be the air or the expectation or the impression, the same as you have for others. Oh, they selling drugs. Oh, they homeless. They're bums. Oh, they're nothing in furniture. Doesn't matter. Don't see them. They don't count. Whatever you were projecting onto others while you were stealing their stuff, property, land. I don't know who these vigilantes is, but they're saying we got records that this belongs to the chocolate people. We don't need no DNA. We don't need nothing. We know who's who because the names are on the thing. Their family names, children, grandchildren, great-grandfolks, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfolks. Very clear records that people have hidden, tried to destroy. We have them. So anybody else, they won't have to worry because they're going to be impoverished. So it don't matter what their race, nationality is, if their name ain't on this list as inheritance or as whatever this is, then the mother folks gonna be having to find out they gotta go somewhere else. And they ain't gonna have no money to go. Stuck. And they're gonna have to be succumb to what? Because whatever money they was using, that money is no good in no other country. So if they were sending money back to their homeland, playing big dog over here, or they had dual. We live in Germany, but we control, we live in Ireland, but we control the. We live in Finland, but we live in Austria, but God says, no more, no more, no more, no more. Yeah, I saw you disappear, sweetie. Okay, so sir, is it Onomatopoeia? She2D? You owe me $500, okay? You can send it to no one else can see these messages but me and you. You can send that to my Cash App on the page, okay? I'd appreciate it. Now, you can make 5,000, child. All right, we'll just give you 500. Now, so, yeah. That's funny, sir. You are hilarious, Jesus. So, this one's throwing me off. Ain't cute. It's so cute. Now, I think I said enough, and I'm not on anybody's side, but it's gotta stop. It has to stop. So, again, I don't know how they're going to release these names and give people back their property or land or whatever that God created and ordained. But it's going to leave all these other people impoverished. And the world will know. Now, I ain't even speak on it in this book or story. It'll be a few that'll have a few minutes in jail. It'll be a few that'll have a few minutes of life. Oh, yeah, same thing. You have to say some of their victims' names because people didn't survive these folks. Most recently, the people don't survive these nut jobs, stealing, killing, and destroying. But a few did. Millions didn't make it. Trillions at this point did not make it. There was a few that did. Hello, Victor. You guys, show your love, honey. Feel free. Victor, is it what is it? Onomatopoeia. Show your love in the Cash App, okay? Thank you for the compliments. I see your messages. It's just me and you that can see those, okay? So, share your love. You appreciate this content? Yeah. Like, subscribe, and then Cash App. Anyway, so you guys are saying you're immensely enjoying this? Great. Or at least my voice. I appreciate that. So, whatever's going on, it's not just some community thing. That was like the surface level. This is a very globally played out affair that's breaking up. An affair that's breaking up. The affair is not no one person. This is global. It's like there were people that wanted to be the entire body. And they wanted to say how another body was bad. When I say body, it's a body of people. Okay, a conglomerate group. And they said another conglomerate group was horrible. And they should not. Now remember, this could be playing out. This is not about politics. It's about humanity. And this is what people miss because politics gives people a pass. So they leave humanity out, the humane parts of respecting others and loving them. And they go after money, power, all the sinful things. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be heard and having the power to buy a home and take care of your family. But when you deny others, and it's under the guise of a political, theatrical kind of thing, it's kind of like saying the rules don't apply to me, sort of. But I want them to apply to you. So can you vote for me? That's what I see. And that's why I vote for Jesus. Because he's not going to play this game where everything applies to you but not me. And in fact, I'm going to take this avenue and distract you and keep you thinking that I'm the leader of something when I'm really just a goofball. And I'm just being led by others because I don't think for myself. And no, this isn't about me. It is about a group of people. But no, it's not to represent you, not that group of people. See, it's a group of people that pays to say what they want. It's not supposed to be like that. When you vote for someone, they're supposed to represent you, not everybody else. Why are you cheating on us? And we study being loyal, trying to figure out why you cheating and sitting up on the net, talking about all this stuff. We're not talking about a president. These are groups of people. This might not even be this country. This could be a PTA meeting. I don't freaking know. What I know is people were supporting other cheerleaders and treating the principal and those students like garbage. But they was getting all the pay raises and bonuses and all the accolades of being a good coach or whatever, PTA leader. But they was really supporting another school. For what? Because their kid's father wanted funding. Stuff like that. So they're over here coding with this school, playing high roller games just so they can get funding. So they really didn't care about the group. They just wanted funding. They don't really support the group. They're really listening to the stepfather or the father, baby daddy, whoever, saying, I need you to go over to that school and be cool with them because we're going to need some cheerleaders or something. And we're going to have to, kiss up and make it rain for them. I'll see all that little stuff. Oh, hey. You guys are on my page talking about role playing. How much do you pay, honey? You funny. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, I was laying down, sitting up. I was going to run to the car. It was 3 o'clock at the time, and it's now 4:15. Something said, wait. I said, okay. So I said, well, I'm having all these thoughts that make sense to me. Let me get online. And here you guys. Hey, little mama, we like your voice. Want to role play? I charge. And so, just kidding. Where is my stuff? Here we go. Oh, so, yeah, I got a feeling this is going to come to where I'm not going to talk too much. That's where it's going to go. But I told you guys there's going to be a cleansing. There's going to be big. This is crazy. It had to happen. I'm 51. And it is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. How people have been living and trying to treat folks. Trying to steal. People going along with foolishness. Unbelievable. Oh, okay, there you are. So I have a cash app. Second person. You have a lovely voice. I'm going to use it for my pleasure, man. I'm glad I made your day. That'll be $500. Okay. Play. Now, we have to come into balance. This is out of control. So again, there's going to be people are trying to make sure it doesn't break down everyday life, but there's got to be some stuff broken down in everyday life. And somebody's being very strategic as a God who's extracting something. I'm telling you, it's going to be some folks gone. Y'all not even listening. I'm just going to keep this super there. Listen, there's going to be some folks gone. Now, people trying to be God, whoever he assigned, whatever this is, trying to be strategic. There's some angels. They've been summoned. See, people want to be stealth mode, so I don't think it's going to be no big broadcast of these people falling off the face of the earth, unfortunately. Oh, somebody did say that they're just going to disappear. Don't even look for them. Don't even worry about it. Especially if they were hurting people's kids for no reason. Just being stupid demons. Just stupid. Why would you do that? There's nothing, I'm telling you, there's nothing in the world. And then your kids are fine. I'm telling you, these angels are saying no. Listen, I don't want to even be a part of any of this. I'm going to stop talking because this is like a spiritual gruesome. I got you, sucker, kind of thing. And I mean, this is just basically to give people their stuff back. And these folks that sitting here being stubborn and cocky and crazy, these spirits, and study thinking they're going to keep killing people to keep stealing. Somebody said, or God, enough. Very simply, enough. I kept picking it up. I didn't understand what that meant. It's just God himself saying, that's it. So again, you're going to see some folks you never thought. Because you know what? They owe people money. They literally owe people money from policies they stole, lives they stole, penalties, all kinds of stuff. Punitive. And it's going back. They're going back to people's fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers being wicked. How they got these records, God knows. Oh, Lord, it's going to be a day of reckoning, child. This is, yeah. Again, if they were hurting people's kids, mine, yours, your mother's kids, your sister's brothers, this is not about race. It's just about justice. It's being served. And I got a good feeling. Yeah, y'all, we need to, and this story, this book here, this little cartoon, yeah, everybody needs to start going to the park a little bit. Maybe some hotels is only $300 a week. You probably need to find one for a week. Shoot, and work out of that for a minute. Hotels are stupid because they're owned by people that are stupid. So pray about that. That's how. There's some other things that will be coming together. Other things falling apart. And this fall apart is like people just wrecking people's businesses, wrecking their families. Just what they did to others. Lord have mercy. Jesus, this is horrible. People with step mode stealing your stuff, people will start stealing their stuff. People with step mode causing your family endings. Wow. Stalking. No, these are permanent endings. These ain't no. Okay, sir. Yeah, you can text me. Nobody can see this, but you're funny. You are hilarious. You have to call me on my phone, honey. Okay. I do verbal massages. Listen. You're funny, sir. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. So, good morning. Help me, Father. Help me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's best that you don't even try and figure this out. You know, sometimes in life you have to adjust yourself to things. People rushing you, and God gonna have to talk to you about some stuff because stuff is unreasonably put upon you. Some of this stuff is put upon us, and we didn't ask for it. And then people want you to jump and respond and save your life, and it's like my life was saved back in 90 something. So Christ you live, for Christ you die. It's righteous. No one has a right to be hunting you down like they're a dog. You're a cat. No one has a right to be telling you if you can have a family or not. No one has a right to be in your business that hard at all. That's crazy. That's illegal. It's immoral. And again, anyone telling you that that's okay, whether it's a baby voice in your head, a demon, you are crazy. Something's wrong with you. And for other people to join in, it's even more insane. And no one is there to say, No, dumbasses, that's not how this goes. That's even more wicked. And then to grab other folks that don't freaking know you, convince them. Now remember, this is not a personal thing, but to convince other people without brains, oh, it's okay to treat them bad. It's okay to take their property. If they're on the road, just be disrespectful. Okay. It's the dumbest thing I've ever. And that's what I'm looking at. There's people from other countries coming over here. Who invited them? The crazy people. And they're sitting there like, nah, 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 nah. I'm better than you. You're going to get your leg too. You're crazy. That's childish. Oh, I go first. Even in driving. Oh, I see your little chocolate face. I'm just going to jump in front of you because I'm better. And if someone sees you staring at one of these little women that be doing this dumb stuff, there's always a man somewhere. And I'm going to back her up. You're going to get your lick too. You guys need to mind your business and leave everybody else alone. But there is something that's going to help everybody find their big girls and boys, drawers and panties. Yep. And again, if you're thinking we need to shut her up, she's talking all that smack again, I'll be back. You all. Don't worry. All the good people will be back for the next scene. You won't, being a demon, trying to control people because you don't believe in anything like the air you breathe. That's why it's being taken. Now, some of you guys, again, probably live very long, but it will be in poverty. And you will get to observe the same people that you didn't like succeed and do very well without your influence. Now, if you're smart, you'll just go find your own kind somewhere, wherever you came from, and stay there and take all your stolen ruins and go there. Be great. Be the richest. Be the best. Be the beacon of the community. But here, you good. You have to call or text me, sir. You can't be on this computer talking crazy. Don't nobody want to hear about your sexual endeavors. We're not going to play that out here. I'm talking about humanity, sir. I'm not talking about body parts. You have to get on my phone so I can cuss you out that way, okay? Because I don't do this type of stuff. That's why I give you an amount of money. Most people, oh, that's okay. Good. Guy just in the neighborhood. He probably never will work. His brain is broken. His spirit is broken. Poor thing. Y'all call him lazy. No, these kids have been overly sexed already. And that's all they can do all day. Because they shouldn't have been sexed on as kids. Now they're adults walking around, duh, can I get thumb? Can I get thumb? Got a cup out. This is crazy. Give me $2,000. I did. Okay, I didn't. A few weeks later. Hey, so when we gonna get together to make that kid juice time out? You always on something. What you doing? What you selling? What you selling? Other than drugs. What? I said, I need you to get on the same page I'm on. You need to be out here hustling. You got your license? Nope. Oh, really? Yeah, but we gonna hang out, right? Yeah, okay. All right. So you're right, buddy. No. Hold on. So, this is... See, I can't even respond. Victor, you have to find my number on the front page, on the description, I guess. Maybe at the bottom. I can't even respond to you and type it here. I mean, I could say it, but it's, should be able to. All I'm going to tell you is I'm charging. That's just a discourager, child. But if you pay me, just to keep doing what I'm doing right here for free, yeah. Um, Listen, we have to stop being mean because these avenging angels, they're bringing justice to people that have been abused, neglected, stolen from, harmed, family hurt. I don't think y'all gonna like that movie. I don't think so. Don't. Because it's the same unpleasantness you've been bringing to others. Displeasure. This is your turn, sweeties. Now, I told everybody to stand down, sit down, stop. Stop playing with folks. I know I'm not the only one you clowns are playing with. But somebody feels it's high time, you brats. High time, you brats. Get to feel what you've been putting out. Don't matter your age. Doesn't matter your nationality. Doesn't matter your money status. And for what I'm getting, a lot of you guys been stealing money. That's being snatched. Oh, tis, poor baby. Yeah, they taking money. I told you, bank accounts, businesses, like y'all still people business. They're taking no business. I'm gonna be quiet because even if it's no, it's still gonna be done. You can't even prepare for it because whatever, no matter your nationality, somebody's face keep popping up. It don't even matter. Because we stole somebody's skin, so we can't say it's not racist. I don't know. You better they taking out the monster. Taking out the monster. What y'all been doing? Lord mercy. Ooh, no, let me get off this thing. Listen. My number should be listed somewhere. 708-880-9762. My cash app is listed, guys. God takes care of me, but if you're willing to ask me for all that information, it's on my page. If not, I'm directing you to where it can be. That's what you got to be. Blessed, chosen, highly favored. But if you're doing something else different, then you get the opposite. Because God says, I'm tired. It's gotta stop. And I told y'all that. You don't listen. Who does she think she is? Okay. About to find out. Oh, no. No, you won't. You might get a glimpse. But you gotta go. Anyway. Guys are selling air purifiers. I said 880-9762. Come on, honey. Let me know you got it. I don't know if you get it. 9762. Excuse me. What I'll probably do is offer you some prayer. All I do is first. Not into central stuff. That's it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and get ready for my day. Hopefully you're well, blessed, chosen, all the good stuff. Let's clean this bag out. Let's go drop everything. Get back to it in the morning. I dumped everything. I did. Let's see. Somebody goes through all of my stuff. Time for home. And see, when I get it, I'm not going to have to worry about anybody paying cops and weirdos to come to my house and go through it and rummage. I'm not national deputized demons. Hey, we're going to make you an honorary. You're not even. What's your role again? What's your position, baby? What is your job? Mobster. What are we doing? What's your title? Criminal enterprise runner? What are we doing? Jesus. And again, you got all these people listening to this person that does not have a role currently, legally. That's organized crime. There is a protocol here. No, I do politics. I'm exempt. Oh, God. My family are mobsters. We do what we want. They still do that. They still thugs. And different nationalities. Good Lord. They still thugging. Are you cool with that? Don't judge our lifestyle. Who are you? Negro. Right. Who are you, sucker? I ain't stealing, killing, and destroying. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Explain. Explain to us. What do you mean, honey? Oh, you said whisper. You gotta pay me now. Um, it is just amazing. It's been a nice rodeo. I want you guys to keep in mind when people pass away, you knew they were evil or not really. Um, they're coming back. Life is eternal. Okay, everything you see is recycled. There's a lifespan, a life cycle, and then it's reused. Same with spirit. uh, there are people walking around now that are empty. They just are. They're empty vessels. They're gone. Your Holy Spirit can jump into that person at some point and spice things up and show them a different light and energy where they can do things that they normally couldn't do because the Holy Spirit that God used embodied them. It can be your spirit, my spirit, the Holy Spirit. Again, spirits don't die. They get new houses. They get rebuilt. Celestial bodies. Celestial. That is relating to stars or dust or stardust or celestial. Let me look at mine. That's in the Bible. I don't believe in the Bible. We're not talking to you. We're not talking to the heathen. So stop coming over here talking crazy. Or having your meeting talking crazy. Well, there's now, she shut up. And he says it's inappropriate. Yeah, once you call my phone, sweetie. Okay. Now, let's see what we got. Okay, I read the ducks. They're getting on my nerves. They're already too early. Oh, God, help me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Celestial. Let me see that scripture. That bodies. There you go. Celestial bodies or heavenly bodies are naturally occurring physical entities, associations, or structures existing in the observable universe beyond Earth's atmosphere. Examples include stars, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, galaxies, all primarily studied through astronomy. They range from rocket terrestrial planets to gas juice. According to the Bible, there you go. In the Bible, celestial body or heavenly body refers to primarily referenced in 1 Corinthians 15, 40, 41. They represent a different glory or in a spiritual sense symbolizes resurrected or eternal bodies as explained in creation and purpose. Created on the fourth day, Genesis 1, 14 through 19, they serve as signs and seasons. Symbolism. They illustrate divine sovereignty. 147 division of Psalms verse 4 and serve as metaphors for the splendor of resurrected beings. Daniel 12:3 as described in the Bible or on a Bible channel, Bible site. Prophetic imagery used in prophetic contexts such as the stars of Bethlehem or a cosmic sign. I don't think these people really grasping terrestrial bodies, earthly physical beings in their natural and radiant states. Okay, so take your time, precious. Now, eternal life. So you mean to tell me you have an opportunity to live forever in the kingdom of God and go through all the different changes and metamorphoses or whatever that comes with this, but you'd rather play with the devil that has consequences in hell? That's all he offers. I give you something, you pay me back, and or I own you. And I'm going to own you because it ain't mine to give you. That's why it's a trick. I don't own anything to give you. I don't own anything to give you anything. I can't even loan you anything. But I'm going to make the illusion of me doing that by telling you to kill people for cotton and linen, which is God, insurance, contracts, stupid stuff. Bring me bodies. I'll make you famous. This is dumb. Bring me bodies. I'll make you famous. That don't even sound right. Well, you can just pray to God and have everything you need. God, you know I need a house. You know I need a place to stay. You know I need food. You know I need clothes. You know I would like a car. You know I love my family. You know I love people. I desire a husband or a wife. Yes, the devil is going to come in, but that's when you got to keep him out because he's a trickster. Stay away from me. I'm not listening to you. You're going to trick me. Like this man on this thing. He don't even like me. See, dark meat. People are eating people and he mentions that. Oh my God, that's so strange. Now, don't let the devil trick you, people. I'm telling you. The angels are out playing vigilante. The angels are bounty hunting, wrangling whole nations up. Because God is tired of bullies. People that just don't think for themselves. Hey, we want what they got. Let's go get it. Okay. Okay. We don't like that person, so we're going to bully them. Okay. Hey, we see they're getting something, so we're just going to steal it. We're going to ambush. Okay. Didn't even finish the sentence. Okay. Enough said, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Watch, pray. Listen for guidance from God. He's leading us as a conglomerate group to hear his instructions at this time. It's not a drill. People in your same household, sometimes within you, some of them personalities are telling you to do something weird. Pray, get revelation from God. That is him speaking. Some of you guys are hearing voices to hurt people and take them out. And you're feeling that's God. I think you need to stand down because there's some very natural things happening. Now, again, I ain't God. This is just a story I'm telling. Don't sit out here. She said on the internet. Again, think for yourself. We have to be responsible for our own actions. This is how a whole bunch of people are about to get caught up in God's justice. Because they didn't think for themselves. They was listening to the crowd. Oh, he said it was okay to hit him. He said it was okay to kill him. They said that we was gonna be protected. See how dumb that is? They said if we killed these people, we was gonna be protected. And I mean, they going way, way, way back. And if you was the hitman, dumbass. I never thought I'd get caught. I thought. So, see, anybody with a brain and a soul and a family that they love would think, you mean to tell me if nobody was watching you, your dumb ass would have kept doing what you was doing, huh? See, if you didn't get caught. Well, I always been in poverty. Because they was putting you in poverty. And you know what would break that? Trusting God. All you had to say is, I'm not going to hurt and harm another person just to have my needs met. I'm going to trust God. Nope. You said, well, I like gym shoes and candy and fast, nasty, sick, dirty, smelly girls. So I'm going to take this bribe to kill people so I can have money to be the big football player on campus. The boy to get all the girls. Ain't that mature? That's mature. So I get $500, $5,000. This last one's supposed to be $3 million. They lied. We didn't get no money. Everybody promised us something. We didn't get it. And you was dumb enough to go with it. Now y'all gotta go to the garbage. Because y'all was out here killing people, doing stuff, causing people to hurt themselves. And it was all recorded by who? God. God saw the whole situation. And again, everybody trying to play it out like it's just a community. This is global. Where in the world? I don't know. But it's in several locations that people just went with it. Because somebody said, it's okay. Okay, I'll do it. Didn't even think for themselves. They didn't even take a split second to think. And God said, time. Everybody's scrambling. Now, some people sitting back like, oh, ain't nothing ever happened in history. Ain't nothing gonna be corrected. All the stuff people stole ain't gonna never get back to the rightful owners. Again, this is not about land per se. Could be. I don't know. It'll just be about people getting their kids back. Could be the whole world just getting back into balance the way God said it. The whole universe getting in alignment. Those that don't comply, bye. Go find your kind. You will not be allowed to keep sitting in spaces where you got to keep looking cockeyed at another group like they're the thieves when it's you. It is done. I don't make the rules. I ain't making up none in this story. I made sure it's a book. It's a story. And it can be written this lifetime, next lifetime. It's going to get written. So you can be, well, we got to kill her for she right. Sit your stupid self down. Leave people alone. Stop being stupid. If you stop doing dumb stuff, people won't have content. Stop doing stupid stuff and then trying to silence folks. Stop being nuts. But you know what? Don't even worry about it. God got you back. We know some of y'all can't control y'all little self. God got you. They got straight jackets. They got them little muzzles for folks that like to eat other people. They got all that stuff. And I'm not trying to be funny. This is realistic. This is a story. I got a title. So don't be thinking, she talking to us. See? That's schizophrenia. Why everybody else can tell stories online but me? Without people getting their panties in a bunch. We gotta silence her. Take down her subscribers. We'll go through the back door. We'll take down her views so people don't get out there and they can't hear what we be doing. How you think I know what you're doing? Because it's been done before. People have always stroked their body parts. Is that new if I write it with your name? Is that so obscene? People have always killed people because they're stupid. Is it different because I put your name on it? You don't want your name on it. Well, God does. So it doesn't matter if you kill the entire universe. Somebody's going to be back with that story. I promise you it's just hilarious how you just can't control nothing. You can take out. Think about it. There are people that have been gone on for 500 years. And their junk just coming out. Their stories are just coming out. And I'm sure they probably killed whole cities and towns to hide their devilment. And that story still came out. With all the details, everybody that played, everybody that was hurt. Look at all these stories in history. Where people probably didn't even know that their ugly little face would be in a history book or online. With all these massacres they did. All the camps they had. All the secrets they had. All the people they played with. All the people that got hurt because of them. Still alive. Those same stupid stories that they were killing everybody for. It still comes out. It's amazing to me how you waste all of God, the money, trying to hide something. And it still comes out while you're alive or when you're dead. It still comes out. And the crazy part is some of y'all done wasted all that money. God wanted you broke so you couldn't get nowhere. Because that's what you wanted for somebody else, right? So you spent all that money after you did something dumb trying to hide it, trying to pay people to hide it. And as soon as you leave, everybody gonna talk anyway. So what was the purpose of getting God, power to get wealth, doing something dumb, having to pay it out and lose it, just so you can hide what you did, and then everybody still come out. So you die broke, poor, disgusted, ugly, and people still talk about it. Okay, that's enough. I'm just took through. I don't know if this is past stuff, new stuff, old stuff. We don't know. And you trying to hurt people, it's still going to come out. Because all you had to do is ask God for what you needed. And left everybody else alone. That's it. It's very simple. Stop stealing, killing, and destroying. Focus on your ugly self and no one else. See, I'm telling you, y'all can sit up and judge all day about how the 70s were. We weren't sitting up staring at other folks. And we still don't. People want you to look at them and talk and do stuff. And it's like, the only reason why I see you is because you're detrimental to yourself and others. You're an obvious little red bug to me. Ding, 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 this person's lights ain't on. They're sitting here staring at you when they should be staring at their children. I'm listening to all these things out here. My man, my man, my man. They ain't no good mama. Because they're distorted listening to society. A family is a whole unit, not just a man and a woman. And I'm going to leave it alone because it's very intricate. And it's going to throw me into home. So I'm going to hold you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Keep in mind, as long as you're breathing, God is here. If you don't believe it, stop breathing, sweetie.